Pregame.com.
Welcome back to pregame.tv. Sunday baseball action. We've got Washington traveling to the Bay Area. They're going to take on the Oakland A's, and we've got an interesting pitching matchup. You got Kazmir for the A's, who's pitching very well this year, and we've got Gio Gonzalez. He's going home. The prodigal son returns.
There you go. And I know you like that angle as far as from the side. And you saw it with Happ going back to Philadelphia. You were on that side. You've done that, I want to say, in the last couple years, you've done that like 6 or 7 times. And I want to say you've only lost once, I think. Yeah,
I like to refer to it, bite the hand that fed you, because you're always going to get pumped up. I mean, let's face it. These guys are athletes, we understand, but they're people too. And, whether it's a situation where you left for a bigger contract, right, or they didn't, I think it's even more of a motivator if they didn't offer you what you thought you were worth or thought you were at the end of your career or whatever. You traded you. Right. You got a little chip on your shoulder. You want to stick the knife in there. And these guys they're always going to be pumped up when they face, their old team. And Gio, he's a guy that's pitched phenomenal for Washington. And going back to Oakland, this is going to be a good pitching matchup. I'm excited to see this one.
Yeah, and the Oakland A's, though, here's a team that jumped atop the AL West, and we're thinking, wow, nobody else is playing well. Angels playing okay now, but Texas has fallen on hard times. And if Oakland had continued on the pace they were, they'd be way ahead in the AL West right now, but they've come way back to earth as well.
Do you think the beatdown they had of Texas took a little bit out of them? Got a little too cocky?
Yeah, it could be. They've had trouble scoring runs. I just don't know if that lineup, without guys like Coco Crisp being the table setters, if he's not getting on base, if they're not getting the guys at the top, because we know guys like Cespedes, they struggle average-wise, so they need to get those table setters. They need to get some innings where they put up some crooked numbers with singles and doubles. Can't just rely on the long ball, or they're going to be in trouble no matter how good their pitching is.
Their pitching has been phenomenal, and like I said, they got off to that great start, then they went to Texas.
Straley and Minor have been terrible. Yeah. The other 3 at the top have been great.
But they went to Texas, big series for Texas to try to stay, in striking distance of Oakland, and Oakland took it to them. And then Oakland comes home and falls apart, loses 3 out of 4 to Seattle. You're not supposed to lose 3 out of 4. Even though Seattle's an improved ball club this year, some of the additions they made, you're not supposed to lose 3 out of 4 at home to the Mariners.
I agree. They're getting a lot of production from Chavez. He's been outstanding. Gray's been his usual solid self, and Kazmir has been a nice surprise.
Kazmir's been a big surprise, and I think it might have an idea which way you're going. You think we ought to make it official?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Let's make it official, Ken.
That's right. Marco always loves that when that pitcher goes back to Oakland. But I'm not going to take Gio Gonzalez, nor am I going to take Scott Kazmir, as consistent as he's been. Did give up 4 runs in his last game, but I am going to go with the under in the game. Now, last week I went on Sunday Night Baseball, went with the under with Oakland and Boston at Fenway Park, a hitter's park, and the game still 3-2 in 10 innings. This is a pitcher's park, big time. I'm looking for, 7.5, maybe a 7 in this game. You could even see a 6.5 the way Kazmir has gone, and Gio Gonzalez, like Marco said, going home. Washington has lost 3 of their last 5, 2 runs, 0 runs, 4, 3, 3. That's their run production in their last 5. How about for Oakland? They've dropped 5 of their last 7. 1 run, 3 runs, 3 runs, 2 runs, 3 runs, 4 runs, and 2 runs. So not really hitting like they were back when they were getting all those W's. Kazmir, solid, 4-1, a 2.64 ERA. How about Gio? In his last 25 1/3, he's given up just 7 earned runs. He's struck out 28, and he's walked 8. So he's been on top of things. And his whip, which Mark always likes, the walks and hits per innings pitched, is just under 1. So that is solid. Now, Washington does have some good hitters, no doubt. Some guys that are off to good starts in LaRoche and Worth. Rendon has done his job. Espinosa struggling at 257, Span at 250. And how about Desmond at 226? Disappointing. Still Harper and Zimmerman on the DL, so you lose some of the key bats there in the lineup. For Oakland, well, their top average there, Coco Crisp is at, 260, Lowry 266, Donaldson and Moss 264 and 261. So nobody really hitting much. Now, Crisp is out of the lineup on the Thursday game with a neck injury. He's day-to-day. We'll see if he even starts on Sunday. Cespedes 259, Callaspo 239, and how about Reddick 208? So not a lot of bat speed there as far as getting the hits. They're getting occasional home runs from these guys, and that's really the only way that I think I could lose this total is if a couple 3-run homers go out there in Oakland. But I'm going to take a shot at the under. Love the way Gonzalez is pitching, love the way Kazmir is pitching, and love the way, as far as from the under's perspective, that both these teams are not hitting team-wise. And then, of course, without Harper and without Zimmerman, that contributes to Washington's lineup not being at full strength. So give me the under. Again, I think it's probably a 7.5. Could see a 6.5. Either way, I think we're looking at a 2-1, 3-1 game, somewhere along that, maybe 3-2. But I'm going to take the under. I know Chuck Edel's probably freaking out, man, because this is 2 weeks in a row that I'm going with an under. I didn't even know how to say the word about 2 years ago, but that's what I'm playing, Marco.
I can't disagree with you, and just throw a couple stats at you with this one. Gio, 6 of his 7 starts this season. Quality starts, 3 runs or less. 5 of the 6. He's given up 2 runs or less. And Kazmir, as you said, his last game was his worst game of the season. When your worst game of the season is giving up 4 runs, he's given up 3 or less in the other 6 starts this year. Both guys ultra consistent. I got to say, looks good to me on paper. Take the under, Ken says, on Sunday with Washington and Oakland. That's going to wrap up the videos for this week.
Hold on, let me just know, because it is draft day and we're filming prior to the draft starting. Where do you have Johnny Manziel going?
I think he's going to be at the bottom half of the first round. I don't think anybody's going to jump up there in the first 15 picks.
Okay, I say he goes inside the first 7.
Wow.
7 or lower. And Lovie Smith, it is his birthday. He may blow you away. It's Cowher's birthday, Lovie Smith's birthday on draft day. I say Lovie grabs him at 7 if he's there.
Lovey, a defensive guy, grab a running quarterback.
He's turned a new leaf. He's turned over a new leaf.
I don't know. That one would surprise me. Well, we'll find out. I know this much. I'm not going to go double or nothing on my Penguin.
I got to win 3 straight. I need a lot of you to be praying for me out there. But the Ranger power plays look good. 0 for their last 36.
Yeah, they're due. They're due, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. He's Ken Thomson, Sports X Radio here in Las Vegas, Yahoo Sports Radio as well. I'm your host, Marco D'Angelo. Be back next week. Tuesday crew will be in with videos early in the week, and we'll handle the weekend stuff as we usually do. Have a great weekend, guys. And to all you mothers out there, Happy Mother's Day.